patriarch of the Robertson family and star of the reality television series Duck Dynasty, passed away on May 25, 2025, at the age of 79, following a public battle with Alzheimer's disease. Born on April 24, 1946, in Vivian, Louisiana, Robertson rose from humble beginnings to become a successful businessman and television personality. He founded Duck Commander, a hunting equipment company, in 1973, which later became the centerpiece of the A&E reality series Duck Dynasty, airing from 2012 to 2017. The show chronicled the lives of the Robertson family, known for their Christian faith, Southern lifestyle, and duck hunting business. In December 2024, Robertson's family publicly disclosed his Alzheimer's diagnosis during an episode of their podcast, Unashamed with the Robertson Family. His son, Jace Robertson, shared that Phil's health had been declining, with symptoms including memory loss and physical discomfort. Despite medical efforts, the disease progressed rapidly, leading to Phil's passing 5 months later. Following his death, the Robertson family honored Phil's legacy in the premiere episode of Duck Dynasty, The Revival, which aired on June 1, 2025. The episode featured heartfelt tributes from family members, including Willie Robertson, who reminisced about Phil's life and influence. The family expressed their faith and gratitude for Phil's life, emphasizing the impact he had on their lives and the lives of fans worldwide. Phil Robertson's life was marked by his dedication to family, faith, and entrepreneurship. He is survived by his wife, Kay Robertson, their 5 children, and numerous grandchildren. His contributions to the hunting industry, reality television, and Christian media have left a lasting legacy. The Robertson family plans to hold a public memorial service to allow fans to pay their respects and celebrate Phil's life. Duck Dynasty, The Revival, continues to air on A&E, featuring the Robertson family's ongoing adventures and honoring Phil's memory through their shared values and traditions. Loretta Swit, the Emmy-winning actress best known for her portrayal of Major Margaret, Hot Lips, Houlihan on the acclaimed television series MASH*, passed away on May 30, 2025, at her home in New York City. She was 87 years old. Born Loretta Jane Swit on November 4, 1937, in Passaic, New Jersey, to Polish-American parents, Swit developed an early interest in the performing arts. After graduating from Pope Pius XII High School in 1955, she attended Catherine Gibbs College and later studied at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. Her early career included various clerical jobs while she pursued acting, eventually leading to roles in off-Broadway productions such as An Enemy of the People and The Balcony. Swit's breakthrough came in 1972 when she was cast as Major Margaret, Hot Lips, Houlihan in MASH*, a television series set during the Korean War. Initially portrayed as a by-the-book head nurse, Swit's character evolved over the show's 11-season run into a more complex and compassionate figure, reflecting the series' shift from absurdist humor to mature comedy drama. Her performance earned her 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series in 1980 and 1982, and she was nominated for the award in each season of the show. Beyond MASH*, Swit had a prolific career in television, film, and theater. She appeared in various TV shows including Hawaii Five-0, Gunsmoke, and Mission Impossible, and starred in films such as Race with the Devil, 1975, and Whoops Apocalypse, 1986, where she played the first female U.S. president. On stage, she performed in productions like Same Time, Next Year, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, and over 1,200 performances of Shirley Valentine. Swit was also known for her activism, particularly in animal rights. In 2017, she founded the Sweetheart Animal Alliance, a charity aimed at ending animal cruelty and providing medical attention to animals in need. That same year, she published Sweetheart, The Watercolor Artistry and Animal Activism of Loretta Swit, a compilation of her watercolor paintings and personal stories, with proceeds supporting animal welfare organizations. In her personal life, Swit was married to actor Dennis Houlihan from 1983 until their divorce in 1995. She remained close to her MASH* co-stars, often referring to them as family and maintaining strong bonds with them over the years. Loretta Swit's legacy is marked by her transformative role in MASH*, her contributions to theater and television, and her unwavering commitment to animal welfare. Her work continues to inspire audiences and advocates alike, reflecting a life dedicated to both the arts and compassionate activism. Uche Ojeh, the beloved husband of NBC's Today co-host Sheinelle Jones, passed away at the age of 45 after a courageous battle with glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer. His death marked the end of an 18-year marriage rooted in deep love, mutual respect, and shared devotion to family. Sheinelle and Uche's love story began at Northwestern University, where they met when Jones was a college tour guide and Ojeh was a prospective student. Their connection blossomed into a lasting partnership, culminating in their marriage in September 2007 in Philadelphia. Together, they raised 3 children: their eldest son, Kayan, and 12-year-old twins, Clara and Uche Jr. Professionally, Ojeh was a respected consultant, serving as the managing partner at UAO Consulting. His career included roles at IBM and Accenture, reflecting his dedication and expertise in the field. Despite his professional achievements, Ojeh was known for his humility and preference for a private life, focusing on his family and supporting his wife's public career. In late 2024, Jones took a leave of absence from Today, citing a family health matter, which was later revealed to be related to Ojeh's illness. Throughout his health battle, Jones was praised for her unwavering dedication as a caregiver. Maria Shriver referred to her as a courteous caregiver, highlighting her strength and compassion during this challenging time. The funeral service for Ojeh was held on May 30, 2025, at Riverside Church in New York City. Jones was surrounded by her Today family, including Savannah Guthrie, Al Roker, Hoda Kotb, Jenna Bush Hager, Deborah Roberts, and Craig Melvin, all of whom offered their support and shared in the mourning of a man remembered for his kindness and dedication to his family. Savannah Guthrie announced Ojeh's passing on air, paying tribute to his character and the deep love he shared with Jones. Colleagues expressed their admiration for Jones's strength and the love that defined their family. In the wake of her husband's passing, Jones expressed gratitude for the outpouring of love and support from friends, colleagues, and viewers. Her resilience and dedication to her family continue to inspire many, reflecting the enduring legacy of Uche Ojeh's life and the profound impact he had on those around him. George Wendt, the beloved actor best known for his iconic role as Norm Peterson on the classic sitcom Cheers, passed away peacefully in his sleep on May 20, 2025, at the age of 76 in Los Angeles. His death marks the end of a remarkable career that spanned nearly 5 decades, leaving an indelible mark on American television and comedy. Born George Robert Wendt Jr. on October 17, 1948, in Chicago, Illinois, Wendt's journey into the world of entertainment began after his studies at Rockhurst University. He honed his comedic skills with the renowned Second City troupe in Chicago, where he met his future wife, actress Bernadette Burkett. The couple married in 1978 and had 3 children together: Hillary, Joe, and Daniel. Burkett would later lend her voice to the character of Vera, Norm's often mentioned but never seen wife on Cheers. Wendt's portrayal of Norm Peterson, the affable bar regular with a quick wit and a love for beer, became a cultural touchstone during Cheers' 11-season run from 1982 to 1993. His character's entrance, greeted by the enthusiastic shout of Norm from fellow patrons, became one of the show's most enduring trademarks. Wendt's performance earned him 6 consecutive Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, solidifying his place in television history. Beyond Cheers, Wendt showcased his versatility with roles in films such as Fletch, 1985, The Little Rascals, 1994, and Forever Young, 1992. He also made memorable appearances on television shows like Saturday Night Live, Frasier, and The Simpsons. In theater, he took on the role of Edna Turnblad in the Broadway production of Hairspray in 2008, demonstrating his range as a performer. Wendt's influence extended to his family, notably his nephew, actor Jason Sudeikis. At the Big Slick Celebrity Weekend fundraiser in Kansas City, Sudeikis paid tribute to his uncle, describing him as a warm, kind, and fun presence who greatly influenced his decision to pursue acting. Sudeikis highlighted Wendt's example of balancing career success with personal relationships, emphasizing his deep connections to family and his Midwestern roots. Wendt's impact on his family and community was celebrated during the event, with fellow celebrities sharing heartfelt memories. Tributes poured in from Wendt's Cheers co-stars and the broader entertainment community. Ted Danson, who played Sam Malone, remembered Wendt as a sweet and cherished friend, while Rhea Perlman and John Ratzenberger expressed their sorrow at his passing. Kelsey Grammer, who portrayed Frasier Crane, also shared heartfelt memories, highlighting Wendt's humor, warmth, and enduring impact on American television. In recognition of Went's contributions, the real-life Cheers Beacon Hill Bar in Boston honored him by setting up a memorial at the spot where his character famously sat. Fans and visitors paid their respects, reflecting on the joy and laughter Went brought into their lives through his performances. George Went's legacy as Norm Peterson and his broader body of work continue to resonate with audiences. His ability to bring humor and heart to his roles made him a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. As fans and colleagues remember his contributions, Went's spirit lives on in the characters he portrayed and the laughter he inspired. LaTonya Potton, a memorable participant on Season 11 of TLC's My 600 LB Life, passed away at the age of 40 on May 17, 2025, after suffering a cardiac arrest at Christus Highland Medical Center in Shreveport, Louisiana, where she was transported following a sudden episode of breathing difficulties. Born and raised in Natchitoches Parish, Louisiana, Potton began struggling with her weight in her early teens, reaching over 600 pounds before seeking treatment from Dr. Yonan Nozaridan. She was first introduced to viewers at approximately 531 pounds, ultimately losing nearly 26 pounds during her televised journey, bringing her weight to 505 pounds by the time her episode concluded in 2022. Despite making initial progress, she encountered severe physical and emotional challenges after filming Wrapped. She developed debilitating sciatica in mid-2024 that confined her to bed and faced intense online backlash following the airing of her episode, which precipitated deep depression and a paralyzing fear of undergoing further bariatric surgery. In February 2025, recognizing that her weight had climbed back to roughly 705 pounds and that she could no longer access routine care, EMTs in her region deemed transportation a fire hazard, Potton launched a GoFundMe campaign seeking funds for specialized medical transport and critical treatment, candidly detailing her isolation, inability to work, and the emotional toll of her condition. Donations poured in, demonstrating the continued public concern for her well-being. Throughout her time on social media, Potton remained transparent about her health battles. In July 2024, she pleaded with fans to pray for her after doctors informed her there were no further cardiac interventions available in Louisiana, underscoring her heart's fragility rooted in congenital issues and long-standing obesity. Dr. Nozaridan had repeatedly warned her that her heart was close to breaking point during clinic visits, stressing that without substantial lifestyle changes, including adherence to a strict diet and consistent exercise, her life was in imminent danger. Although she briefly hired a personal trainer, Potton ultimately lost the momentum needed to qualify for future weight loss surgery, illustrating the complex interplay between her physical limitations and mental health struggles. In her final days, family members noted that she was in visible distress, calling for help as her breathing worsened before she collapsed. Emergency responders arrived but were unable to reverse the cascade of events initiated by acute congestive heart failure, confirmed by a preliminary autopsy, with final autopsy results still pending at the time of reporting. Potton's death adds to the growing list of former My 600 LB Life participants who have succumbed to obesity-related complications, highlighting the devastating consequences of extreme weight on the cardiovascular system. Her passing prompted an outpouring of condolences from fans and former castmates, many of whom remember her warmth, resilience, and unwavering hope despite immense adversity. Loved ones have confirmed that funeral arrangements are underway, and her family has invited friends, fans, and community members to honor her memory through prayers, flowers, and memorial donations to organizations addressing obesity and mental health support for individuals facing similar battles. In reflecting on Potton's journey, from her initial determination on reality television to her private struggles away from the cameras, her story underscores the critical need for comprehensive medical, psychological, and logistical support for those living with severe obesity. While her life was cut tragically short, her honesty about her challenges and her courage in advocating for care continue to inspire conversations about systemic gaps in treatment and the humanity behind every statistic. Ronald Fenty, father of global music icon Rihanna, born Robin Rihanna Fenty, passed away at the age of 70 in Los Angeles on May 28, 2025, following a brief illness that led to his hospitalization at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. While the official cause of death has not been publicly disclosed, multiple outlets, including Barbados-based Starcom Network News, People magazine, and Page 6, reported that he spent his final days surrounded by close family members, with photographs from TMZ showing Rihanna's half-brother, Rajid Fenty, arriving at the hospital on May 28 with Rihanna herself in the vehicle, though she was not photographed entering the facility. Though Rihanna has maintained a low profile and has not issued a personal statement, sources confirm she was present in Los Angeles to support her father in his last hours. At the time of his passing, Rihanna was in her second trimester of pregnancy with her third child, following the birth of sons RZA, born May 2022, and Riot, born May 2023, to her and partner A$AP Rocky. Rihanna had famously announced the pregnancy at the 2025 Met Gala, wearing a form-fitting ensemble, and was reportedly anticipating the arrival of either one or two more children to expand her family amid this period of mourning and healing. Ronald's life story was marked by both triumphs and controversies, beginning with his early years in Bridgetown, Barbados, where he fathered 6 children, 3, Rihanna, Rajat, and Rory, with Monica Braithwaite, Rihanna's mother, and where the family home once stood on a street later renamed Rihanna Drive in honor of his superstar daughter. Throughout Rihanna's adolescence, Ronald struggled with substance abuse and reportedly engaged in violent behavior toward his former wife. In a widely circulated Oprah Winfrey interview, Rihanna revealed that she witnessed her father break her mother's nose, an episode that deeply fractured their familial bond and shaped her early life. In 2019, Rihanna filed a lawsuit against her father, alleging he had exploited her name and the Fenty brand to negotiate concert deals in Latin America without authorization. That suit was dropped in 2021 after the pair appeared to reconcile, reportedly facilitated by family members and public figures who encouraged forgiveness and healing. In the years leading up to his death, Ronald had publicly expressed joy at becoming a grandfather, praising Rihanna's protective maternal instincts after the birth of her first 2 sons, and he had reunited with his daughter on several occasions, despite their history of estrangement. Friends and family close to the Fentys say that in his final weeks, Ronald was at peace with his legacy and grateful to have witnessed Rihanna's growth into a philanthropic powerhouse, from her Clara Lionel Foundation's work on global education and emergency response to her influence as a cultural icon. His passing, confirmed on Barbadian radio and reported by outlets such as People and Starcom Network News, has prompted an outpouring of condolences from fans and fellow artists who remember him as a proud father whose love for his children, despite personal struggles, remained a defining feature of his character. Valerie Mahaffey, the celebrated Emmy-winning actress whose career spanned more than 4 decades, died on May 30, 2025, in Los Angeles at the age of 71 after a battle with cancer. Born on June 16, 1953, in Sumatra, Indonesia, to a Canadian mother and an American father, Mahaffey's early life was marked by frequent relocations across Indonesia, Nigeria, and the United Kingdom due to her father's work in the petroleum industry. When she was 16, her family settled in Austin, Texas, where she graduated from Austin High School and later earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts from University of Texas at Austin in 1975. She made her Broadway debut the following year, laying the groundwork for a career defined by versatility and commitment to her craft. Mahaffey first garnered critical attention in television through her portrayal of Ashley Bennett on the NBC daytime soap opera The Doctors, 1979 to 1981, a role that earned her a Daytime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series in 1980. However, it was her guest performance as Eve on the CBS dramedy Northern Exposure that solidified her status as a formidable talent. In 1992, she won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series for this role, captivating audiences with her nuanced and poignant depiction of Eve. This Emmy win marked a significant milestone in her career, opening doors to a wide range of television and film opportunities. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Mahaffey appeared in a diverse array of popular series, often as a memorable guest star. Her credits during this period included roles on Cheers, Seinfeld, Quantum Leap, Wings, ER, Ally McBeal, Frasier, The West Wing, and CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. She earned praise for her ability to imbue even brief appearances with depth and humor, creating indelible characters in each show. In addition to television, Mahaffey took on supporting roles in feature films such as Senior Trip, 1995, Jungle 2 Jungle, 1997, and Seabiscuit, 2003, showcasing her adaptability across genres. In the 2010s, Mahaffey's career experienced a resurgence as she embraced contemporary series and streaming projects. She delivered lauded performances in Glee, 2011 to 2013, as Rose Pillsbury, Dead to Me, 2019 to 2022, as Lorna Harding, and had a recurring role in The Man in the High Castle, 2017. Beginning in 2017, she joined the cast of Young Sheldon as Ms. McElroy, appearing over multiple seasons and endearing herself to a new generation of viewers. Her most recent television credits included a starring role as Helen Pergman in the first season of Big Sky, 2020 to 2021, and a part in Echo 3, 2022, demonstrating her enduring engagement with evolving television formats. On the big screen, Mahaffey continued to challenge herself with complex roles. In 2016, she appeared alongside Tom Hanks as Diane Higgins in Clint Eastwood's Sully, and in 2020 she portrayed Madame Raynaud in French Exit, earning an Independent Spirit Award nomination for Best Supporting Female. Her final film role was in The Eighth Day, 2025, released posthumously, which served as a testament to her unwavering work ethic and artistic curiosity up until the end of her life. Beyond her professional accomplishments, Mahaffey was known for her warmth, mentorship, and dedication to fellow actors. Colleagues often spoke of her generosity and her willingness to guide younger performers navigating the industry. She was married to actor and director Joseph Kell, with whom she had a daughter, actress Alice Ziolkowski. Mahaffey's family confirmed her passing, noting that she is survived by her husband and daughter, and remembered her as one of the industry's most endearing actresses, whose loss is felt deeply by fans and peers alike. Valerie Mahaffey's legacy is defined by her chameleon-like ability to inhabit a broad spectrum of characters, from deeply dramatic to effervescently comedic. Over the course of more than 6 decades, she amassed credits in over 100 television episodes and multiple films, leaving an indelible mark on each project she touched. Her Emmy win for Northern Exposure remains a highlight of her storied career, but perhaps her greatest accolade was the admiration of audiences and colleagues who recognized her as an actress of rare integrity and talent. Anna Grace Phelan, a vibrant 19-year-old TikTok influencer who had amassed nearly 140,000 followers by candidly documenting her life and struggles, died on May 23, 2025, after a valiant battle against malignant grade 4 glioma, a rare and aggressive brain cancer diagnosed in September 2024, just days before she was set to begin her freshman year of college. Born in Florida and raised in Georgia, Phelan first noticed alarming symptoms in the summer of 2024 when she experienced persistent numbness in her face and left leg. An MRI and subsequent biopsy confirmed the devastating diagnosis that would shape her final months. Despite the grim prognosis, she approached her treatment, comprising a grueling regimen of radiation therapy and consultations at leading cancer centers, with unwavering faith and resilience, sharing heartfelt updates about her side effects, prayer requests, and hopeful moments during chemotherapy sessions. Throughout her illness, Phelan remained steadfast in her Christian faith, regularly posting videos in which she thanked supporters for their prayers, expressed gratitude for the outpouring of love she received, and offered encouragement to others facing hardships. As the tumor spread to inoperable areas affecting her balance, vision, and speech, she continued to inspire her followers with messages about cherishing every moment and maintaining hope, even as she endured increasing pain and physical limitations. In mid-May 2025, Phelan uploaded her final video revealing that her breathing had become labored due to the cancer's encroachment on vital brain regions, yet she remained determined to fight until her last breath, leaning on her faith and the prayers of her community. Her family confirmed her passing in a poignant statement on her TikTok page, emphasizing that her joy, positivity, and unwavering trust in God provided comfort to countless followers and inspired many facing their own battles. In lieu of flowers, they asked that donations be made to a GoFundMe campaign established to cover medical expenses and honor Anna's legacy of hope. The fundraiser ultimately raised over $65,000 from supporters moved by her story. A funeral service is scheduled for May 29th at Galilee Christian Church in Jackson County, Georgia, followed by burial at the church cemetery, where friends, family, and fans are invited to celebrate her life through shared memories, prayer, and worship. Phelan is survived by her parents, William Buddy Phelan and Nadine Phelan, her brother Harper David Phelan, as well as grandparents and extended family members who remember her as a beacon of light whose faith and courage left an indelible mark on all who knew her. The outpouring of tributes from fellow TikTok creators, church members, and cancer advocacy groups in the wake of her death underscored the profound impact of her digital platform, illustrating how her willingness to be vulnerable fostered real-world compassion, unity, and hope in the face of tragedy. Nico McKnight, the estranged son of Grammy-nominated R&B singer Brian McKnight, passed away on May 1, 2025, at the age of 32 after an arduous 2-year battle with cancer, a heartbreaking development that was brought to light by his uncle, Claude McKnight, in a moving TikTok tribute. Claude honored Nico's wide-ranging talents, recalling his nephew as a gifted vocalist, skilled guitarist, and accomplished photographer, and spoke of a young man whose creative spirit and resilience endeared him to family and friends alike. Born to Brian and his first wife, Julie McKnight, Nico's early years were marked by a shared passion for music, which culminated in his joining his father's band, McKnight, where they performed together on stage, showcasing both their professional synergy and personal bond. However, that bond fractured in later years amid Brian's public disavowal of his eldest children, whom he controversially labeled products of sin, and with whom he became estranged as he turned his focus to his stepchildren, and a newborn son with his current wife, Leilani Mendoza. In January 2024, Nico bravely revealed his diagnosis of stage 4 cancer, using his platform to express gratitude for the outpouring of support he received, particularly from his wife, Carla, and to voice optimism despite the stakes. By December 2024, he shared what appeared to be signs of improvement, yet the aggressive nature of his illness ultimately proved too formidable. Sources close to the family suggest that Brian attempted to facilitate specialized medical care by funding a treatment facility and arranging for Nico and his wife to relocate, but these efforts were reportedly thwarted by Julie, who allegedly instructed Brian not to intervene, an assertion she has publicly refuted, leading to conflicting narratives about whether Brian offered assistance and whether those offers were declined. In the days following Nico's passing, Brian took to Instagram to lament the public disclosures made by Claude and Julie, accusing them of exploiting the tragic news for public attention and insisting that he and his current family members had conducted a private memorial in Maui, where he left judgment to God regarding his actions toward his son, even as multiple accounts maintain that he never reached out or visited Nico in his final months. Claude, speaking from a place of solace and remembrance, urged the fractured family to set aside bitterness and come together in honoring Nico's legacy, emphasizing that love and healing must transcend past grievances. He encouraged those who knew Nico to celebrate not only his musical collaborations with his father, but also his burgeoning work as a photographer, which captured moments of beauty and introspection that he shared with the world. As tributes pour in from fans, friends, and distant relatives, the McKnight family's internal divide remains painfully stark, underscoring the profound complexities that arise when private suffering is laid bare under the glaring spotlight of public scrutiny, and reminding all who followed Nico's journey of the fragile intersection between fame, family, and the unrelenting challenges of battling a terminal illness. Sheinelle Jones, the beloved co-anchor of NBC's Today Show, and her family gathered on May 30th, 2025, at Riverside Church in New York City to honor the life of her husband, Uche Ojeh, who tragically passed away on May 23rd at the age of 45 after a courageous battle with glioblastoma, a particularly aggressive form of brain cancer. Uche Ojeh remembered for his unwavering devotion as a husband and father, and for the joy he brought to everyone around him, had been married to Jones since 2007, a relationship born out of their college days at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, where they first met and fell in love before tying the knot. Together, the couple raised 3 children, Kayan, age 15, and 12-year-old twins, Clara and Uche, who, despite their tender ages, demonstrated remarkable strength as they joined their mother to pay final respects to their father. The May 30th service was attended by Jones's Today Show family, including Savannah Guthrie, Craig Melvin, Alabama Roker, Jenna Bush Hager, Hoda Kotb, Deborah Roberts, and Dylan Dreyer, among others, all of whom stood in solidarity with their grieving colleague, visibly moved as they offered prayers, embraces, and words of encouragement throughout the emotional ceremony. During the service, Houston, Texas, native Savannah Guthrie delivered a heartfelt tribute on live television on May 23rd, shortly after Ojeh's death, celebrating his character, his commitment to his family, and the genuine warmth he exuded in every interaction, while calling him an incredible person and a perfect partner to Jones. In the days leading up to her husband's passing, Jones had taken a leave of absence from the Today Show, initially announced in December 2024, as she and her family navigated the complexities of Ojeh's diagnosis and treatment, with the Today anchor later revealing on Instagram that the absence was due to a serious family health matter, expressing gratitude for the outpouring of support from her colleagues and viewers alike. Colleagues such as Jenna Bush Hager and Hoda Kotb used social media to send loving messages, with Hager writing, You are a queen and are loved beyond measure. Wrapping our arms around you always, and copy adding, we love you, you are being held, you are family. Sentiments echoed by many fans who flocked to comment under Jones's posts, offering prayers, condolences, and unwavering support. Al Roker, never one to shy away from showing empathy, was photographed comforting Jones outside the church, while Craig Melvin remained a steady presence, ensuring that Jones knew she was wrapped in the care and compassion of her NBC family during this heart-wrenching period. Despite the sorrow, attendees at the funeral were uplifted by recorded video montages of Ojeh and Jones's shared memories, which elicited tears but also smiles as friends and family recalled his love of music, his sense of humor, and the unwavering support he offered his wife throughout her burgeoning career in broadcast journalism. In her public statements following the service, Jones thanked everyone for their kindness, noting that the kindness extended by her Today colleagues, who provided meals, childcare assistance, and emotional support, had enabled her to focus on being with her children and honoring her husband's final wishes. As the funeral procession departed Riverside Church, cameras captured Jones placing a hand over her heart, a poignant reminder of the profound love and over nearly 2 decades, while her Today family lingered to offer last embraces before returning to their routines with heavy hearts but renewed commitment to cherish every moment with loved ones. In the aftermath of this immense loss, Jones has expressed her determination to eventually return to the Today desk, honoring her husband by carrying on the spirit of resilience and compassion he embodied, and reminding viewers that, even in their darkest hours, the power of community and love can offer a path toward healing. George O'Connor, born February 18, 2000, in Durham, England, was an English professional light middleweight boxer whose promising career and life were tragically cut short when she died at age 25 from a rare, aggressive cancer on May 22, 2025, just 2 weeks after marrying Adriano Cardinale. As an amateur, she won gold at the 2017 Commonwealth Youth Games, silver at the 2017 Youth World Championships, and bronze at the 2018 Youth Worlds, earning a reputation as one of Britain's most exciting prospects. After turning professional in 2021, she remained undefeated in her 3 pro bouts at venues like the O2 and Newcastle Arena, demonstrating her courage in and out of the ring. Her debut came on October 16, 2021, at Newcastle Arena, where she won a points decision over Esther Konechna. She earned further victories against Erica Alvarez on April 2, 2022, in Newcastle, and Joyce Van Ee on October 15, 2022, at the O2 Arena. Prior to boxing, she was a 3-time national Taekwondo champion and undefeated kickboxer, studied civil engineering, played guitar, sang, and spoke fluent French, reflecting a multifaceted persona. After surviving a near-fatal pulmonary embolism, she said in 2021 that one life guided her choices, spurring her to pursue professional boxing rather than an Olympic path. In October 2024, after 17 weeks of pain and repeated hospital visits, she was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive cancer, compounded by ulcerative colitis and primary sclerosing cholangitis, a diagnosis she revealed publicly in early 2025 to expose how her pleas for tests had been dismissed by medical professionals. She chronicled her fight on social media, stressing that earlier intervention might have changed her fate. In her final social media post in May 2025, she described marrying Adriano as her happiest moment, even as her body weakened, and fans remembered videos of her playing guitar and singing, recalling how she said boxing and music were my escapes during treatment. On May 9, 2025, she married Adriano Cardinale, whom she called the love of my life. Just 2 weeks later, on May 22, 2025, she succumbed to her illness, prompting an outpouring of tributes from England Boxing, Boxer, and Queensberry Promotions, all lauding her talent and bravery. Fans and fellow athletes remembered her candid updates and criticism of healthcare failures, cementing her legacy as a symbol of resilience and self-advocacy in and out of the ring. Promoter Frank Warren paid tribute to her ferocious spirit and unbreakable will, while England Boxing called her loss heartbreaking and said her voice would continue to inspire change in how young athletes are supported in health crises. Her spirit continues to inspire many. Johnny Rodriguez, a pioneering Hispanic country music star, passed away on May 9, 2025, at the age of 73 in San Antonio, Texas, after entering hospice care due to health complications. Born Juan Raul Davis Rodriguez on December 10, 1951, in Sabinal, Texas. He was raised in a Mexican-American family and began playing guitar at age 7. Incarcerated at 18 for a minor offense, Rodriguez was discovered by Texas Ranger Joaquin Jackson while singing in his cell, leading to his introduction to promoter Happy Sheinelle and an eventual move to Nashville at 21 to pursue a recording contract with Mercury Records. His debut single, Pass Me By If You're Only Passing Through, released in 1972, reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, making him the first Hispanic American to achieve significant success in country music. In 1973, he recorded 2 number-1 hits, You Always Come Back to Hurting Me, and the self-penned Riding My Thumb to Mexico, solidifying his status as a breakout star and earning him multiple nominations for Academy of Country Music and Country Music Association awards. Over the 1970s, he released a string of chart-topping singles, totaling 6 number-1 hits and 13 top 10 hits, including I Just Can't Get Her Out of My Mind, and That's the Way Love Goes, and his debut album topped the top country albums chart. His smooth vocals and bilingual flair brought Mexican musical storytelling into country traditions, making him a symbol of cultural crossover and one of country music's first youth sex symbols. Despite his meteoric rise, Rodriguez faced personal and professional challenges in the following decades, including struggles with substance abuse, the 1998 shooting of an acquaintance in his Texas home, for which he was acquitted of murder by a jury in 1999, and legal issues leading to a 2017 drug-related arrest. Nevertheless, he continued to tour internationally, performed at venues such as the Ryman Auditorium and Carnegie Hall, and maintained a devoted following overseas from Europe to South Korea. Rodriguez received numerous honors, including induction into the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame in 2007, the Institute of Hispanic Culture Pioneer Award in 2010, and recognition from 3 U.S. presidents. He married 3 times and is survived by his daughter, Aubrey Ray Rodriguez, whom he shared with his final wife, Debbie McNeely. His daughter announced his passing via social media, describing him as a loving family man whose warmth, humility, and artistry touched millions around the world. Rodriguez's legacy endures through his groundbreaking role as a Latino trailblazer in country music, his heartfelt recordings that bridged cultural divides, and the generations of artists he inspired. Joe Don Baker, born on February 12, 1936 in Groesbeck, Texas, died at the age of 89 on May 7, 2025, in Los Angeles, California. He succumbed to lung cancer at an assisted living facility and was laid to rest at Oakwood Memorial Park Cemetery. Baker, a towering figure at 6 feet 2 inches, began his journey after serving in the United States Army and honing his craft at the Actors Studio in New York. Raised by his aunt after his mother's death when he was 12 and a star athlete at Groesbeck High School, he graduated from North Texas State College with a Bachelor of Business Administration in 1958. His breakthrough role came in 1973 when he portrayed Sheriff Buford Pusser in the biographical action film Walking Tall, a performance that established him as a quintessential tough guy in American cinema. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Baker built a diverse filmography, appearing as a hitman in Charlie Varick, 1973, a detective in Mitchell, 1975, and a legendary baseball player in The Natural, 1984. In 1991, he delivered a memorable performance as a morally ambiguous private investigator in Martin Scorsese's remake of Cape Fear, sharing the screen with Nick Nolte and Robert De Niro. On television, his portrayal of offbeat CIA agent Darius Jedbra in the BBC serial Edge of Darkness, 1985, earned him a BAFTA nomination in 1986 and acclaim on both sides of the Atlantic. Baker also etched his legacy in the James Bond franchise, playing the villainous arms dealer Brad Whitaker in The Living Daylights, 1987, before returning as the affable CIA agent Jack Wade in GoldenEye, 1995, and Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997, opposite Pierce Brosnan. Known for his rugged demeanor and imposing presence, Baker could also surprise audiences with moments of humor, as seen in Fletch, 1985, where he played a corrupt police chief, and in the ensemble cast of Mars Attacks, 1996. His performance as Alabama Governor Big Jim Folsom in the television film George Wallace, 1997, earned him a Satellite Award nomination, and his role in the 2012 film Mud garnered an Independent Spirit Award. His final screen appearance was in Mud, after which he retired from acting. Off-screen, he was described as kind, generous, and intellectually curious, with a love for nature and animals, cherished by friends and family, even as he maintained a reputation for unfiltered honesty. Married for 11 years and never having children, Baker is survived by relatives in Groesbeck and a close circle of friends. A funeral service was held on May 20th, 2025, in Mission Hills, California, where those who knew him gathered to celebrate his legacy. Sam Gardner, the vibrant and adventurous 24-year-old landscape gardener who became a fan favorite during the second series of BBC One's Race Across the World in 2020 alongside his mother Jo, tragically died after sustaining fatal injuries in a car crash near Manchester. On May 26, 2025, Gardner was driving a white Volkswagen when the vehicle veered off the road, overturned, and landed on its side. He was the only occupant and was rushed to a nearby hospital with life-threatening injuries. Despite medical staff efforts, Gardner succumbed 3 days later on May 29th, leaving family, friends, and fans devastated. Gardner had grown up in Scotland, and at the time of his death, was working as a landscape gardener before returning to Manchester to visit family. He managed his ADHD with positivity and determination, qualities that endeared him to audiences as he and his mother traversed South America without phones or credit cards. During the show, they reached the penultimate leg from Mexico to Argentina, but were forced to withdraw in Cordoba due to financial constraints. Sam's resilience and infectious energy resonated deeply, inspiring viewers to rally behind them and celebrate his candid reflections on overcoming challenges. His father, Andrew, described him as a cherished son, brother, and nephew whose adventurous spirit and deep love for the outdoors brought immense joy to everyone he met, adding that family will miss him endlessly. Mother Jo, a physiotherapist, expressed that their journey had strengthened their bond and helped Sam grow in confidence and independence, memories now standing as a testament to their unbreakable relationship. The show's producers paid tribute during a recent episode with an In Loving Memory of Sam Gardner 2000 to 2025 card, and social media was flooded with messages recalling his radiant smile, kindness, and uplifting presence. Fans remembered a poignant moment when Sam, discussing his ADHD on camera, reflected on how the experience challenged him to embrace the unknown and exceed his own expectations. Colleagues and fellow travelers recalled Sam's love for nature, whether tending gardens in Scotland or hiking in South America, as emblematic of his free spirit and genuine curiosity about the world around him. A private funeral will be held, and the family has requested privacy, asking that well-wishers honor Sam's memory by embracing life's adventures, supporting one another, and cherishing every moment, a legacy that perfectly encapsulates how Sam lived each day to the fullest. Producers said Sam's energy and his relationship with Jo brought warmth to the series, and many viewers commented that his optimism was contagious. Though his life was cut tragically short, Sam Gardner's spirit continues to inspire fans to seek adventure, kindness, and authentic connections across the globe. Greater Manchester Police confirmed that no other vehicles were involved and that weather was not a factor in the crash. James Foley, born on December 28, 1953, in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Staten Island, was a prolific American film, television, and music video director whose diverse body of work left an indelible mark on Hollywood before his death from brain cancer at age 71 on May 6, 2025, at his home in Los Angeles. Foley's journey into filmmaking began after graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from the State University of New York at Buffalo in 1974, and later earning an MFA in Film Study and Production from the University of Southern California in 1979. His early directorial debut came with the low-budget teen drama Reckless, 1984, a project that showcased his emerging talent and set the stage for a career characterized by his knack for psychological and emotional narratives. In 1986, Foley garnered critical attention with At Close Range, a gritty drama that premiered at the Berlin International Film Festival and solidified his reputation as a filmmaker capable of handling intense character-driven stories. Throughout the late 1980s, he collaborated extensively with Madonna, directing her in a 1987 comedy, Who's That Girl, and helming several of her music videos, blending pop culture sensibilities with cinematic flair. Foley's most lauded achievement came with the 1992 adaptation of David Mamet's Pulitzer Prize, winning play Glengarry Glen Ross, a darkly comic drama set in the cutthroat world of real estate sales. Featuring an ensemble cast that included Al Pacino, Jack Lemmon, Alec Baldwin, Ed Harris, Alan Arkin, Kevin Spacey, and Jonathan Pryce, the film garnered critical acclaim, with Pacino's performance earning both an Academy Award nomination and a Golden Globe Award, and Jack Lemmon winning Best Actor at the Venice Film Festival for his role. Foley's direction captured the play's sharp dialogue and intense interpersonal dynamics, cementing his status as a director adept at translating stage works to the screen without losing their theatrical intensity. His subsequent projects span genres from the psychological thriller After Dark, My Sweet, 1990, which Roger Ebert lauded as one of the purest and most uncompromising of modern film noir, to the gangster drama The Corruptor, 1999, starring Chow Yun-fat and Mark Wahlberg, that in the 2000s Foley expanded into television, directing episodes of acclaimed series such as Twin Peaks, Hannibal, Billions, Wayward Pines, and notably 12 episodes of Netflix's political drama House of Cards. His return to mainstream cinema in the late 2010s saw him at the helm of two blockbuster entries in the 50 Shades franchise, 50 Shades Darker, 2017, and 50 Shades Freed, 2018, where he explored erotic themes and complex power dynamics between characters portrayed by Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. Despite mixed critical reception for the sequels, Foley's ability to navigate high-profile studio projects demonstrated his versatility and capacity to engage wide audiences. Over nearly 4 decades, Foley collaborated with Hollywood luminaries including Sean Penn, Madonna, Al Pacino, Halle Berry, Bruce Willis, and others, leaving behind a legacy defined by an interest in psychological nuance and a talent for eliciting powerful performances from his actors. His death prompted an outpouring of tributes from colleagues who remembered him as a talented artist and close friend, whose work, ranging from nuanced thrillers to character-driven dramas, would continue to influence filmmakers and audiences alike. Terrence Michael Brunk, better known to fans around the world as Sabu, passed away on May 11, 2025, at the age of 60 after a nearly 40-year career that forever altered the landscape of professional wrestling. Born in Staten Island, New York, around 1964 and trained by his uncle, the legendary The Sheik, Sabu pioneered a fearlessly violent, high-risk style that earned him the monikers the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying maniac, and the king of hardcore wrestling. After honing his craft on the independent scene, and in Japan, most notably in frontier martial arts wrestling, where he endured barbed wire death matches, Sabu burst into prominence in Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, in 1995, quickly capturing the imagination of wrestling audiences with his innovative use of tables, chairs, and barbed wire, along with his signature moves such as the Air Sabu and Arabian Skull Crusher. In ECW, Brunk accrued 2 ECW World Heavyweight Championships, 1 ECW World Television Championship, and twice held the ECW World Tag Team Championship alongside Rob Van Dam, cementing his status as a cornerstone of the promotion's extreme ethos. His influence extended far beyond ECW, after a brief 1995 stint in WCW, and a return to Japan where he won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Sabu's career included runs in WWE, where he was part of the ECW Originals faction at WrestleMania 23, Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling, and All Elite Wrestling, where he served as a special guest enforcer in 2023, showcasing his undiminished passion for the ring even as he approached retirement. In his final match on April 18, 2025, just weeks before his passing, Sabu bested Joey Janela in a brutal, weapons-laden contest that perfectly encapsulated his brand of death-defying entertainment. Tragically, the cause of his death has not been disclosed, though his passing followed shortly after this curtain call. Sabu's legacy transcends championship belts or win-loss records. He inspired a generation of wrestlers, from Rob Van Dam to Taz, to embrace a more creative, risk-taking mentality, and his influence can be seen in the hardcore styles that have permeated promotions worldwide. Tributes poured in from across the wrestling industry. Mick Foley lauded him as a true pioneer, while current WWE superstar Sami Zayn echoed sentiments that his legacy will last forever, renewing calls for his induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. Beyond the ring, Brunk's personal story was marked by resilience. As a teenager, he survived a shooting that left him with a lifelong scar, and he navigated the challenges of fame and physical sacrifice with an unwavering dedication to his craft. Married briefly to Japanese National Hitomi and fluent in the ethos of both American and Japanese wrestling cultures, Sabu built a unique persona that blurred national lines. Billed variously from Bombay, India, or Saudi Arabia, he nevertheless represented the underdog spirit of Detroit's Lebanese community, from which he hailed. In the wake of his passing, promotions such as WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling are expected to honor his contributions, and fans have organized memorial shows and online campaigns to ensure that Sabu's name remains synonymous with innovation, fearlessness, and hardcore wrestling's golden era. While his physical presence has departed, the echoes of chairs shattering, tables collapsing, and barbed wire snapping will resonate in arenas around the world for years to come, a testament to a man who refused to stand still, who defied limits, and whose legacy truly will last forever. Samuel French, the Texas-born actor celebrated for his portrayal of Agent C.J. Robinson in Martin Scorsese's acclaimed 2023 film Killers of the Flower Moon, passed away on May 9th, 2025, in Waco, Texas, at the age of 45, after a protracted battle with cancer that had spread throughout his body over the preceding years. Born and raised in Waco, French discovered his passion for performance at a young age and made his professional debut in guest roles on series such as the historical miniseries Texas Rising and the true crime drama The Mark of a Killer, later appearing as Ben in Season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead, showcasing early on his capacity to embody complex characters. His death was confirmed by producer Paul Sinecor via Instagram, where Sinecor lauded French as a magnetic actor who was celebrated for his explosive performances and uncompromising dedication to his craft, noting that French had brought incredible intensity to his role as Detective Bernard Crook in the upcoming film Towpath, emphasizing that Towpath wouldn't exist without him. Sinecor further revealed that Samuel carried a fire for acting that burned in every frame, unfiltered, fearless, and alive, and that he gave himself completely to the work, and it showed, underscoring the profound impact French's passion had on colleagues and audiences alike. In Killers of the Flower Moon, French earned the part of C.J. Robinson after attending a casting call in his native Waco, where he shared a notable first-day on-set scene with Robert De Niro, earning praise from Scorsese himself, who told French, "No one could have played Robinson as well as you did," a testament to the quiet intensity and understated power French brought to the historical epic. His performance in Killers of the Flower Moon showcased not only his skill at inhabiting roles alongside cinema legends, but also his ability to make a lasting impression in limited screen time, solidifying his reputation as a rising star with boundless potential. Over the course of his career, French amassed credits in both television and film, including the lead in the 2023 thriller Joe Halladin, The Case of the Missing Sister, appearances in Blood-Dried Hands and Cherry Town, and his award-winning turn as Cyrus in Monsters Within, which earned him Best Supporting Actor at the 2025 Cowpokes International Film Festival. He was set to appear posthumously in 4 upcoming projects: Towpath, Monsters Within, Blood-Dried Hands, and Cherry Town, underscoring the tragic reality that his career was still ascending when cancer cut his life short. Beyond his professional accomplishments, French was devoted to his family and frequently spoke with pride and tenderness of his 12-year-old daughter Madison, whom he loved deeply. He is survived by Madison, her mother, Melinda Acosta, his parents, Thomas and Evelyn French, and his brothers, Andy and Danny, and his funeral service was held on May 16th at First Baptist Church in Valley Mills, Texas, where friends, fans, and collaborators gathered to pay tribute to an actor whose talent, warmth, and infectious enthusiasm on set left an indelible mark on all who knew him. Robert Benton, the Oscar-winning filmmaker renowned for his deeply humanistic storytelling and landmark contributions to American cinema, died on May 11, 2025, at his home in Manhattan at the age of 92. Benton first garnered critical acclaim as co-writer of the revolutionary 1967 crime drama Bonnie and Clyde, which he penned alongside David Newman, and which helped redefine Hollywood's approach to violence and antiheroes, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Screenplay, and cementing his reputation as a bold, provocative screenwriter. Born Robert Douglas Benton on September 29, 1932, in Dallas, Texas, he grew up in Waxahachie and earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts from University of Texas in 1953 before briefly pursuing graduate studies in art history at Columbia University. His early stint at Esquire magazine honed the narrative acuity that would later characterize his scripts. After his breakthrough with Bonnie and Clyde, Benton contributed to a variety of projects, including the screwball comedy What's Up, Doc? 1972, and the noir-inflected The Late Show, 1978, but it was his transition to director that defined his legacy. In 1979, Benton wrote and directed Kramer vs. Kramer, a poignant divorce drama starring Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep that explored shifting gender roles and the emotional toll of familial separation. The film grossed over $173 million worldwide on an $8 million budget, won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and earned Benton both the Oscar for Best Director and Best Adapted Screenplay. Benton's empathetic approach to filmmaking, marked by his commitment to nuanced character development and willingness to tackle complex social issues, was also evident in Places in the Heart, 1984, a Depression-era drama set in rural Texas. For this film, he received an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay, further underscoring his singular ability to balance intimate storytelling with broader cultural resonance. Over the ensuing decades, Benton continued to direct and write films that showcased his versatility, from the Western-inflected There Was a Crooked Man, 1970, to the literary adaptation The Human Stain, 2003. His final directorial credit was Feast of Love, 2007, after which he devoted himself to writing and reflection. Beyond his professional achievements, Benton was known among colleagues as a generous collaborator who nurtured actors' performances. Dustin Hoffman, Meryl Streep, Sally Field, Morgan Freeman, Anthony Hopkins, and others delivered some of their most lauded work under his guidance, and as a thoughtful mentor to emerging filmmakers. He is survived by his son, John Benton. His wife of 60 years, artist Sally Benton, predeceased him in 2023. Although the official cause of death was not disclosed, his longtime assistant Marissa Forzano confirmed that he passed peacefully at home. At the time of his passing, Benton was reportedly working on a memoir that would have offered further insight into a career that reshaped modern cinema. As peers and admirers reflect on his enduring impact, he is remembered as one of the great American storytellers, a director and screenwriter who, through films both intimate and epic, opened our eyes to the profound complexities of human connection. Charles Strauss, the legendary American composer and lyricist whose melodies defined generations of musical theater, passed away peacefully at his Manhattan home on May 15, 2025, just weeks shy of his 97th birthday. Best known for crafting the vibrant scores of Broadway classics like Bye Bye Birdie and Annie, Strauss's career spanned over 7 decades, leaving an indelible mark on both stage and screen. Born on June 7, 1928, in New York City to Jewish parents, Strauss was immersed in music from an early age. He studied at the Eastman School of Music and honed his craft under the tutelage of esteemed composers such as Aaron Copland and Nadia Boulanger. Though initially aspiring to a career in classical composition, Strauss found his true calling in musical theater, a path that would lead to some of Broadway's most enduring works. Strauss's breakthrough came in 1960 with Bye Bye Birdie, a satirical take on the Elvis Presley phenomenon, co-created with lyricist Lee Adams. The musical was a resounding success, earning 4 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, and solidifying Strauss's reputation as a leading composer of his time. His collaboration with Adams continued to flourish, producing hits like Applause in 1970, which starred Lauren Bacall, and garnered another Tony for Best Musical. However, it was Annie, premiering in 1977, that became Strauss's most iconic work. Based on the popular comic strip, the musical introduced timeless songs such as Tomorrow and It's the Hard Knock Life, resonating with audiences worldwide and securing 7 Tony Awards. The show's success extended beyond the stage, leading to multiple film adaptations and cementing its place in cultural history. Beyond Broadway, Strauss's versatility shone through in various mediums. He composed the theme song Those Were the Days for the groundbreaking television sitcom All in the Family, a tune that became synonymous with the show and its era. His forays into film included scores for movies like Bonnie and Clyde, 1967, showcasing his ability to adapt his musical talents across genres. Strauss's contributions to music were recognized with numerous accolades, including 3 Tony Awards, 2 Grammy Awards, and an Emmy. He was inducted into both the Songwriters Hall of Fame and the Theater Hall of Fame, honors that reflect his profound impact on American musical theater. In 2008, he published his autobiography, Put on a Happy Face, a Broadway memoir offering insights into his life and creative process. Despite facing challenges and occasional setbacks in his career, Strauss remained dedicated to his craft, continually composing and mentoring emerging talents. He founded the ASCAP Musical Theater Workshop in New York in 1977, providing a platform for aspiring composers and lyricists to develop their work. His commitment to nurturing the next generation of artists ensured that his influence would extend well beyond his own compositions. Strauss's personal life was marked by a long and loving marriage to choreographer Barbara Simon, who predeceased him in 2023. He is survived by their 4 children and 8 grandchildren, who carry forward his legacy. The passing of Charles Strauss marks the end of an era in musical theater. His melodies, characterized by their optimism and emotional depth, continue to inspire and entertain audiences around the world. From the hopeful strains of Tomorrow to the spirited rhythms of Put on a Happy Face, Strauss's music remains a testament to the enduring power of song to uplift and unite. Jane Bright, a spirited and resilient contestant on the 21st season of CBS's Survivor, Nicaragua, passed away on May 15, 2025, at her home in North Carolina. She was 71 years old. Bright's daughter, Ashley Hammett, shared the heartbreaking news in a heartfelt Facebook post, explaining that a friend and a county sheriff discovered her mother at her residence. The family has not released any information regarding the cause of death, leaving fans and loved ones to remember her by the vibrant legacy she crafted both on and off the screen. Born on December 13, 1953, in Jackson Springs, North Carolina, Jane Bright spent much of her life dedicated to working with animals as a professional dog trainer before her big break on Survivor. In 2010, at the age of 56, she was cast as the oldest competitor in the show's Nicaragua season. Despite her age relative to the other castaways, Bright quickly became known for her remarkable physical endurance and keen survival skills. One of her most memorable moments was when she cleverly used a pair of reading glasses to ignite a fire, impressing both her tribe mates and audiences alike. Throughout the grueling 39-day competition, she persevered through numerous physical and mental challenges, ultimately finishing in 6th place out of 20 contestants. Although she did not claim the $1 million prize, Bright's genuine warmth and tenacity won her the Sprint Fan Favorite Award, a distinction that earned her a $100,000 prize for capturing the viewers' hearts. During her time on Survivor, Nicaragua, Jane aligned herself with fellow competitors such as Chase Rice, Nanka Mixon, and Holly Hoffman to form key alliances that carried her deep into the game. Her strategic prowess was evident when she secured 2 individual immunity wins post-merge, an impressive feat for any contestant, let alone someone of her age group. Despite facing the physical stamina of a younger cast, Bright remained an underdog who refused to be underestimated. Her candid nature and quick wit made her a social force in the game, leading some jury members to see her as a clear threat to win. Contest co-star Fabio Berza even acknowledged that Bright's combination of resourcefulness and likability made her a formidable contender. Ultimately, she was voted out just shy of the final tribal council, but not before leaving an indelible mark on the season's narrative. The news of Bright's passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from both fans and fellow Survivor alumni. 2-time winner Sandra Diaz-Twine described Bright as inspirational and full of life, noting how her resilient spirit uplifted those around her both in the game and in life. Donathan Hurley of Survivor, Ghost Island, recalled Bright's kindness and unwavering determination, stating that her legacy would live on through the countless memories she created during tribal council confessions and at campfires alike. Even notorious castaway Johnny Fairplay offered his condolences, highlighting how Bright's presence brought a sense of community and empathy to the often cutthroat world of reality competition. Beyond her television fame, Bright was also remembered as a devoted mother and a passionate advocate for animal welfare. Friends and family noted her boundless generosity, recounting stories of how she would often open her home to strays in need and volunteer at local animal shelters. In recent years, she dedicated much of her free time to mentorship programs, guiding younger dog trainers and sharing her expertise. Her daughter Ashley emphasized that, despite facing personal tragedy, losing her husband to cancer in 2009, Jane's enthusiasm for life never waned. She continued to train dogs and inspire her community up until her final days. That as the Survivor community and fans at large mourn Jane Bright's passing, they also celebrate the legacy she leaves behind, a testament to resilience, compassion, and the belief that true strength transcends age. While the details of her cause of death remain private, one thing is certain: Jane Bright's impact on the game of Survivor and the lives she touched both on screen and off will continue to be felt for years to come. Her unwavering spirit and genuine kindness ensured that, even though she didn't take home the final tribal council's coveted title, she will forever be remembered as a champion of the human heart. Emily Kaiser, a 26-year-old TikTok influencer known for sharing candid glimpses of her life with more than 3 million followers, experienced an unimaginable tragedy when her beloved 3-year-old son, Trig, tragically died on May 18, 2025, after a drowning accident at the family's home in Chandler, Arizona. Just 1 week before this devastating loss, on Mother's Day, Kaiser posted an emotional tribute on Instagram entitled Joys of Being a Mother, in which she wove together clips of tender moments with Trig, who was then 3, alongside scenes of her newborn son, Theodore, her second child with husband Brady, born in March 2025, highlighting everything from bedtime snuggles to spontaneous playtime that captured the deep bond she felt as a mother and the overwhelming gratitude she carried for her boys. In that heartfelt video, Kaiser spoke directly to her audience about how motherhood, despite its challenges, had become the most fulfilling chapter of her life, underscoring how every laugh, every milestone, and even every sleepless night felt like a privilege, a sentiment that resonated deeply with fans and fellow content creators who flooded the comments with support and affirmations. Tragically, on May 12th, Trig was found unresponsive in the family's swimming pool and was rushed to a Phoenix hospital in critical condition, where he fought for his life for 6 days before he succumbed to his injuries on May 18th. Local authorities, including the Chandler Police Department, launched an investigation into the drowning incident but have released few details, respecting the family's request for privacy as Kaiser and her husband filed a lawsuit to seal both the medical examiner's report and other records related to Trig's death. The case remains under review by investigators, and the Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office has confirmed that, in collaboration with the family's attorneys, the report will remain confidential while the legal process unfolds, illustrating the Kaiser family's determination to grieve away from public scrutiny and to maintain control over how their son's story is told. In the wake of these events, Emily has largely retreated from social platforms, dedicating herself to caring for newborn Theodore and leaning on her husband, Brady, and her stepbrother, Nick Espinoza, who shared an emotional video grieving the suddenness of his nephew's passing and urging followers to hold loved ones a little closer and live every day as if it's a gift. The broader online community, many of whom first connected with Kaiser through her lighthearted parenting content, has since rallied around the family, sending flowers, donations, and heartfelt messages, a collective outpouring underscoring the universal ache of parental loss and the fragility of life. As the Kaiser family navigates a silence punctuated only by the soft coos of infant Theodore, their legal efforts to protect private details, the continued investigation by local law enforcement, and Emily's own voice from that final Mother's Day post remain poignant reminders that, in parenting, the line between profound joy and devastating heartbreak can be heartbreakingly thin. Adam Rami, the founding member and lead vocalist of the rap metal band Dropout Kings, tragically passed away by suicide on Monday, May 19, 2025, at the age of 31, just 5 days before his 32nd birthday. His death followed a prolonged battle with addiction, as confirmed by his family through a GoFundMe page established by his sister-in-law. Rami's untimely passing has left a profound void in the music community, with tributes pouring in from fans, fellow musicians, and his bandmates, who remembered him as an inspirational figure whose passion and energy were integral to the band's identity. Born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, Rami's musical journey began in his youth, where he developed a deep appreciation for music, learning to play drums and honing his vocal skills during his high school years. After the dissolution of his previous band, The Bad Chapter, Rami co-founded Dropout Kings in 2016, initially named Phoenix Down. The band's formation was catalyzed by a well-received YouTube cover of Linkin Park's Lying From You, which Rami performed alongside rapper Eddie, Black Cat Bill Wells. This collaboration laid the foundation for Dropout Kings' unique blend of rap and metal, a genre fusion that resonated with a diverse audience. Under Rami's leadership, Dropout Kings released several notable projects, including their debut album, Audio Dope, in 2018, the Glitch Gang EP in 2020, and their sophomore album, Riot Music, in 2023. Their 2021 single, Virus, achieved significant success, peaking at number 33 on Billboard's Mainstream Rock Songs chart and spending 12 weeks in the top 40. The band's energetic performances and genre-defying sound earned them a dedicated fan base and critical acclaim within the nu metal and trap metal scenes. Beyond his musical endeavors, Rami was also an entrepreneur operating a digital marketing company called Push Digital Marketing. He was known for his vibrant personality and unwavering support for those around him. His sister-in-law recalled how he once saved her during a dark period in her life, highlighting his compassionate nature. Ramy is survived by his wife, Jamie, and their 18-month-old son, Jude. In the wake of his passing, a GoFundMe campaign was launched to assist his family with funeral and legal expenses, reflecting the community's outpouring of support and grief. The remaining members of Dropout Kings expressed their devastation over Ramy's death, emphasizing his irreplaceable role in the band and the lives he touched. They vowed to honor his legacy by continuing to pursue their musical journey, inspired by the passion and dedication Ramy exemplified. The band is scheduled to embark on a tour across North America and Europe from May through August 2025, a testament to their commitment to carry forward the vision they shared with Ramy. Ramy's influence extended beyond his own band as he collaborated with various artists, contributing to tracks like Blackout with Nene Music and Nene, and Enemy with Hurricane on Saturn. His dynamic presence and creative contributions left an indelible mark on the music industry, inspiring countless fans and fellow musicians. As the music community mourns the loss of Adam Ramy, his legacy endures through the powerful music he created and the lives he touched. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of mental health awareness and support. For those struggling with mental health challenges, resources like the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline are available 24/7 to provide assistance and support. Veteran British actor Michael McStay, celebrated for his roles in classic television series such as Doctor Who and No Hiding Place, passed away peacefully in his sleep on May 18, 2025, at the age of 92. His death, attributed to heart failure, was confirmed by a family representative on May 20th via a heartfelt Facebook post. McStay had spent the day enjoying lunch with his children before his passing, underscoring the deep familial bonds that defined his life. Born on January 31, 1933, in Essex, England, McStay pursued higher education at Bristol University, where he studied drama, French, and philosophy. His academic background laid a strong foundation for a diverse and enduring career in the performing arts. McStay's early acting endeavors included appearances in the television series Dixon of Dock Green in 1960, marking the beginning of a prolific journey across stage, screen, and radio. McStay's breakout role came as Sergeant Perryman in the ITV detective series No Hiding Place, where he appeared in over 80 episodes from 1959 to 1967. This performance established him as a familiar face in British households and showcased his ability to portray complex, authoritative characters. His versatility was further evident in his portrayal of Derek Moberly in the 1976 Doctor Who serial, The Seeds of Doom, a role that, despite spanning only 2 episodes, left a lasting impression on the show's devoted fanbase. In a 2024 podcast interview, McStay fondly recalled his connection with Doctor Who enthusiasts, expressing admiration for their enduring support and humorously lamenting not staying longer in the series, given its lasting appeal and royalties. Beyond these iconic roles, McStay's television career encompassed appearances in beloved series such as The Avengers, EastEnders, and Coronation Street, where he portrayed Alan Hoyle in 2011, marking his final acting appearance. His film credits include notable works like Peter Yates' Robbery, 1967, and The Stick-Up, 1977, further demonstrating his adaptability across genres and mediums. Additionally, McStay contributed to the literary side of entertainment, writing for BBC Radio 4 and co-creating the ITV comedy Pull the Other One, showcasing his multifaceted talent in the industry. McStay's personal life was marked by a deep commitment to family. He married actress Jennifer Clolo in 1967, and the couple had 2 sons. Despite his extensive career, McStay remained grounded, often prioritizing family over fame. In his later years, he became more reclusive but continued to cherish the support of his loved ones. Reflecting on his career, he credited his passion for acting and the support of good friends, emphasizing the importance of personal connections over professional accolades. The announcement of McStay's passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from fans and colleagues alike, who remembered him as a talented actor, writer, and devoted family man. His contributions to British television and film have left an indelible mark, and his performances continue to resonate with audiences. As the entertainment industry mourns the loss of a cherished figure, Michael McStay's legacy endures through the memorable characters he brought to life and the inspiration he provided to future generations of actors. Ben Rathbun, best known to fans of TLC's hit reality series 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days, died on May 19, 2025, at the age of 55 after a valiant battle with stage 4 stomach cancer. His ex-wife, Lisa Perry Rathbun, broke the news of his passing, revealing that he succumbed to metastatic adenocarcinoma, a particularly aggressive glandular-type stomach malignancy, at his parents' home in Greencastle, Indiana, surrounded by his devoted wife Mahogany Rocha and other family members. Diagnosed in December 2024, Rathbun's cancer reportedly had already metastasized by the time it was detected, rendering him too weak to withstand aggressive treatments such as chemotherapy. In the months preceding his death, Rathbun had endured legal and financial tribulations that were chronicled by both fans and tabloids. In late 2024, he faced charges of embezzlement and unpaid child support and candidly admitted on an episode of 90 Day Diaries that he had resorted to selling blood plasma to stay afloat financially. However, it was his genuine devotion to his on-screen relationship with Mahogany, a Peruvian native more than 3 decades his junior, that captured viewers' hearts during Season 5 of Before the 90 Days, which aired from December 2021 to April 2022. Despite widespread skepticism about their 30-year age gap and doubts regarding Mahogany's authenticity, Rathbun flew from Michigan to Peru in early 2022 to meet her, and their courtship blossomed into an engagement in August of that year, announced via a YouTube video. The couple ultimately wed in a small, oceanfront civil ceremony in February 2024, as documented on the spin-off series 90 Day Diaries. Rathbun's public persona was that of a sincere, if occasionally impetuous, Michigan pastor and father of 4, 3 daughters and a son, whom he had with his first wife, Lisa. Since posting his last message to TikTok over 2 years ago, in which he shared updates on his children and a nascent fitness venture, Rathbun largely receded from social media, focusing on family amid declining health. Tributes poured in on social platforms from fellow cast members, Kimberly Menzies, Mike Burke, Tyree Mollett, and fans alike, all expressing sorrow at the loss of a man who, despite his flaws, had been embraced as part of the 90-day fiancé community. In a statement on Instagram, Menzies mourned, "This is truly sad. He made mistakes as we all have, but he is a good guy. I pray for him and his family." Rathbun is survived by his wife Mahogany, his 4 children, his parents, and countless fans whose compassionate support underscored the profound, albeit unconventional, bond he formed with viewers through his televised romance. His passing at 55 underscores both the unpredictable cruelty of cancer and the enduring power of love that first brought him, and the audience, together across continents. Roger Stewart Nichols was an American composer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist known for his melodic talents and disciplined work ethic. He passed away peacefully at his home in Oregon on May 17, 2025, at the age of 84, surrounded by his wife Terry and daughters Claire and Caitlin, as confirmed by his longtime collaborator Paul Williams. Nichols initially made his mark with his 1968 debut album, Roger Nichols and the Small Circle of Friends, leading Herb Alpert of A&M Records to hire him as a staff songwriter and bringing him together with lyricist Paul Williams. The Nichols-Williams partnership proved fruitful. Nichols composed the music for classics such as We've Only Just Begun, originally a jingle for Crocker National Bank, before being adapted by Richard and Karen Carpenter into the Carpenters' signature hit in late 1970. Released on August 21, 1970, We've Only Just Begun soared to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and spent 7 weeks at number 1 on the Adult Contemporary chart, earning a Grammy nomination for Song of the Year and achieving million-selling status. Following closely, Nichols and Williams contributed Rainy Days and Mondays to the Carpenters' catalog. Released on April 23, 1971, it reached number 2 on the Hot 100 and number 1 on Adult Contemporary, garnering gold certification and cementing Nichols' reputation as a masterful composer of enduring melodies. Nichols' compositions also powered hits such as I Won't Last a Day Without You, the Carpenters' 3rd gold record in a year, Three Dog Night's top 10 Out in the Country, later covered by R.E.M., and Paul Anka's chart-topping adult contemporary tune, Times of Your Life. His music attracted interpretations by Barbra Streisand, Diana Ross, Petula Clark, Curtis Mayfield, and the Monkees, and he scored the theme song for the television series Heart to Heart with lyricist Bill Lane. In later years, he released albums such as 1995's Japan Only Be Gentle With My Heart and the 2007 reunion album Full Circle with the Small Circle of Friends, revisiting his classics and reaffirming his enduring influence on music fans worldwide. Despite his success, Nichols withdrew from the spotlight in the mid-1970s to build a life in Montana focused on family and nature, where he pursued passions for fishing, jewelry making, and sports, earning a reputation as both a dedicated artist and devoted father. His passing prompted tributes highlighting his contributions to American pop music, songs that have soundtracked weddings and special moments for generations, and his humble character and creative spirit, which left an indelible mark on peers and fans alike. Rick Derringer, born Richard Dean Zeringer on August 5, 1947, in Salina, Ohio, passed away on May 26, 2025, in Ormond Beach, Florida, at the age of 77, leaving behind a 6-decade legacy as a musician, songwriter, and producer in American rock and popular music. Raised in Fort Recovery, Ohio, Derringer developed his musical talents early, learning guitar from his uncle Jim Thornburg and performing with his brother Randy by age 9. After adopting the stage name Rick Derringer, he co-founded the McCoys in 1965, and at just 18 years old, he provided lead vocals and guitar on their breakthrough recording, Hang on Sloopy, which soared to #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and #5 in the UK, ultimately becoming the official rock anthem of the state of Ohio. Following the McCoys' disbandment in 1969, Derringer joined forces with blues rock guitarist Johnny Winter in the group Johnny Winter, and then moved on to collaborate with Edgar Winter's White Trash and the Edgar Winter Group, contributing to and producing landmark tracks such as Frankenstein and Free Ride, both of which earned gold and platinum status in 1973. In 1973, Derringer released his solo debut album, All American Boy, featuring his own composition, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, which became a top 25 hit, and cemented his reputation as a formidable singer-songwriter in the emerging hard rock scene. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Derringer distinguished himself not only as a solo artist, releasing albums such as Guitars and Women, 1979, and Sweet Evil, 1977, but also as a first-call session musician and producer, collaborating with luminaries including Alice Cooper, Steely Dan, Barbra Streisand, notably playing guitar on her 1984 cover of Left in the Dark, and contributing guitar work to Bonnie Tyler, Todd Rundgren, and Cyndi Lauper. In 1985, he produced the World Wrestling Federation's The Wrestling Album and its sequel, writing or co-writing iconic anthems such as Real American, initially recorded for the Tag Team US Express, but indelibly associated with WWE legend Hulk Hogan, and later employed by US President Barack Obama at the 2011 White House Correspondents' Dinner, as well as by political campaigns including those of Hillary Clinton, Newt Gingrich, and Donald Trump. Derringer's production credits extend to Weird Al Yankovic's Grammy Award-winning parodies Eat It, 1984, and Fat, 1988, demonstrating his versatility across genres. In the 2000s and 2010s, Derringer continued to evolve artistically, exploring smooth jazz, touring with Ringo Starr's All-Star Band, and releasing critically acclaimed blues-oriented records through labels like Alligator Records. His later life saw a turn toward Christian music alongside his third wife, Jenda Hall, reflecting his personal and spiritual growth. Derringer is survived by his wife of 28 years, Jenda Derringer, and a daughter from his second marriage. Funeral and memorial arrangements have yet to be announced, but tributes are pouring in from peers and fans worldwide, honoring the breadth of his contribution to rock and roll, blues, and pop culture, from a teen idol at the dawn of garage rock to a veteran producer whose work resonated across generations. Ed Gale, the diminutive American actor and stunt performer best known for physically bringing to life the killer doll Chucky in the Child's Play horror franchise, died at age 61 on May 27, 2025, in hospice care in Los Angeles, a fact confirmed by his niece, Kaze Gale, who described his passing as sudden and unexplained. Born on August 23, 1963, in Plainville, Michigan, Gale was born with dwarfism and graduated from Plainville High School before moving to Los Angeles to pursue his ambitions in entertainment, a journey that led him to work in over 130 film, television, and commercial credits throughout a nearly 4-decade career. He first garnered attention in 1986 as the in-suit performer for the title character in the George Lucas-produced comedy Howard the Duck, a taxing role that showcased his agility and paved the way for his casting as Chucky 2 years later in Child's Play, 1988. While Brad Dourif provided the iconic voice of the murderous doll, it was Gale's physicality, navigating the bulky costume under sweltering set lights, that imbued Chucky with an unsettling realism that terrified audiences then and continues to haunt genre enthusiasts. He reprised Chucky in Child's Play 2, 1990, and Bride of Chucky, 1998, refusing to participate in the third installment due to alleged mistreatment, a decision that underscored his commitment to fair working conditions. Beyond the notorious doll, Gale's eclectic resume included appearances in Mel Brooks's Spaceballs, the cult favorite Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and Robert Altman's The Jungle Book, as well as a supporting role in Tiptoes, 2002, alongside Matthew McConaughey and Gary Oldman, a film that explored life within a family of little people. He also contributed motion capture work as an elf in the animated holiday classic, The Polar Express, 2004, and his television credits range from playing the baby dinosaur Tasha on Land of the Lost to guest spots on Weird Science, My Name is Earl, and Bones, always bringing an affable humor and spirited presence to his characters. Despite his on-screen ferocity as Chucky, Gale was known off-screen for his playful personality. He often recounted the physical demands of navigating the life-size doll costume under sweltering set lights, a testament to his dedication to his craft. Director Tom Holland credited Gale for making Chucky genuinely frightening, a praise echoed by fans who celebrated his work at horror conventions, where he regaled attendees with stories from his career and demonstrated his trademark mischievous grin. News of his death prompted an outpouring of tributes on social media, with fans and colleagues remembering his generous spirit, irreverent humor, and the joy he took in meeting admirers. However, his legacy was marred by controversy in April 2023, where he became the subject of an LAPD investigation after admitting he had solicited potential minors online. In 2024, he pled guilty to contacting a minor with intent to commit a specified sex offense and registered as a sex offender, a legal proceeding that remained unresolved at his death. While no official cause of death has been made public, reports suggest that Gale succumbed to health complications, and as of this writing, no public memorial service or funeral arrangements have been announced, with his family requesting privacy during their time of grief. Sam Schultz, the younger brother of the Lumineers co-founder Wesley Schultz, tragically passed away at the age of 39 in late May 2025, a loss that has reverberated through both his family and the tight-knit community surrounding the band. According to an Instagram post made by Wesley on May 29, 2025, Sam was my little brother and my best friend, whose humor and presence lifted up a room whenever he entered it, and whose unexpected departure has left those who knew him devastated and in shock. Reports indicate that Sam's death was attributed to natural causes, likely stemming from a sudden health emergency. He was found in his parked car with the engine still running, suggesting that his final moments, while swift, may have spared him prolonged suffering. Sam is survived by his wife Lily and their 2 young children, who now must navigate life without a husband and father whose warmth and levity were described as boundless. In his heartfelt social media tribute titled, "Love You Forever, Sam," Wesley shared both a sense of profound grief and gratitude, posting a series of photos and videos that spanned their childhood, from sledding together as boys to celebrating Wesley's wedding, where Sam's speech clearly underscored the deep bond they shared. The announcement came while the Lumineers were on their Automatic World Tour, a period already marked by raw emotion and artistic vulnerability. The band's most recent album, Automatic, delves into themes of loss, resilience, and familial bonds, topics that resonate even more poignantly given Wesley's personal tragedy. Fellow co-founder Jeremiah Freites, who himself endured the devastating loss of his brother to heroin addiction years earlier, has spoken openly about how these shared experiences of grief and healing have shaped the duo's creative partnership and underscored the cathartic power of their music. In public statements, Wesley expressed prayers that Sam's final moments were painless and clothed in peace, reflecting the hope that, despite the abruptness of his departure, his last thoughts were free from suffering. As fans and friends alike mourn Sam's passing, the community has rallied around Lily and the children, sharing memories of Sam's quick wit and generous spirit, traits that Wesley emphasized as central to his brother's identity. The Lumineers have paused performances to pay homage to Sam, dedicating concerts in his memory, and encouraging attendees to celebrate his life by embracing joy and compassion, principles Sam championed in every interaction. Though the world grapples with the news of a vibrant life cut short, Wesley Schultz's transparent grieving process, inclusive of public mourning and intimate recollections, has offered a testament to both the fragility of existence and the enduring power of family, legacy, and song. Renee Victor, the celebrated American actress, dance instructor, and singer, was born on July 25, 1938, in San Antonio, Texas, and passed away from lymphoma on May 30, 2025, at the age of 86 in her home in Sherman Oaks, California, surrounded by family. Raised in a culturally rich environment, Victor moved to Los Angeles in the 1960s to pursue a career in entertainment, initially making her mark as a vocalist for renowned bandleaders such as Xavier Cugat and Perez Prado, and as a dance instructor specializing in salsa and tango. Alongside her husband, she formed the musical duo Ray and Renee, often billed as the Latin Sonny and Cher, performing globally from 1963 to 1973 and earning acclaim for their dynamic stage presence and authentic Latin rhythms. Transitioning to on-screen work in the early 1980s, Victor built an extensive resume that spanned television, film, and voice-over roles. On television, she delivered a memorable recurring performance as Lupita in the Showtime series Weeds, 2005 to 2012, with her nuanced portrayal earning both critical praise and a devoted fan following. She also appeared in popular series such as ER 2004, Matlock, Scarecrow and Mrs. King, and more recently Snowpiercer 2020 to 2021, showcasing her adaptability across genres. In the realm of animation, Victor achieved international recognition by voicing Abuelita Elena in Pixar's Academy Award, winning film Coco 2017, embodying the warmth, humor, and cultural authenticity that became her trademark. Her voice lent depth to other projects as well, including video games such as The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim 2011, and The Elder Scrolls IV, Oblivion Remastered 2025, connecting her to a vibrant community of gamers. In film, Victor's credits included roles in The Doctor, 1991, The Apostle, 1997, A Night in Old Mexico, 2013, and Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones, 2014, where she consistently brought authenticity and gravitas to each character. Beyond her on-screen achievements, Victor was revered as a mentor and advocate for Latinx artists, frequently participating in workshops and community events to nurture emerging talent. Her daughters, Raquel and Margot Victor, remember her as a loving mother whose generous spirit and unyielding work ethic inspired those around her. After a private battle with lymphoma, Victor's passing elicited an outpouring of tributes from colleagues, friends, and fans worldwide who lauded her beloved, humorous, and charismatic presence, emphasizing the lasting legacy she leaves behind in both the entertainment industry and in the hearts of those she touched. As news of her death circulated, veteran co-stars like Diana Ortelli and members of the Pixar family reflected on Victor's unforgettable performances and authentic representation of Latin American culture. Renee Victor's life and career, spanning over 6 decades, exemplify a profound dedication to artistry and cultural storytelling, securing her place as an enduring figure whose contributions will continue to resonate for generations to come. Devin Harges, a Texas-born actor known for his compelling performances on both stage and screen, died on May 27, 2025, at the age of 41 in New York City following a brief but courageous battle with cancer. Born on July 29, 1983 in Lubbock, Texas, Harges began his acting journey immersed in the vibrant Dallas, Fort Worth theater scene, where he honed his craft in regional productions before relocating to New York to pursue broader opportunities. He gained early acclaim in off-Broadway productions, most notably portraying the tormented patient Billy Bibbit in a production of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a role that showcased his emotional range and commitment to character development. Harges' transition to screen acting came in 2010 when he secured a 2-episode arc as legendary heavyweight boxer Jack Dempsey on HBO's critically acclaimed period drama Boardwalk Empire, a performance praised for its authenticity and strength in conveying both physicality and vulnerability. Thereafter, he cultivated a diverse television resume, appearing as Oscar in Marvel Television's Daredevil, as Arlen on Gotham, and undertaking guest roles in Orange is the New Black, Blue Bloods, Elementary, and FBI, demonstrating a versatility that earned him consistent work and respect among casting directors and peers. In 2020, Harges joined the cast of Netflix's hit series Manifest in the recurring role of Pete Baylor, endearing himself to fans with a performance that balanced compassion and strength amid the show's suspenseful narrative. Beyond his television career, Harges made notable contributions to independent cinema, earning the Best Actor award at Italy's Tolentino International Film Festival for his lead role in The Forest is Red, and receiving an honorable mention for Best Supporting Actor at the Long Island International Film Expo for his work in Boys of Summer, underscoring his talent in both dramatic and character-driven storytelling. Off-camera, Ojeh was passionate about martial arts and physical fitness, disciplines he embraced to prepare for demanding roles and to maintain a disciplined lifestyle. He also maintained a deep affinity for animals and rodeo culture, reflecting his Texas roots and personal interests that extended beyond the entertainment industry. He is survived by his parents, Randy and Roseanne Ojeh, his sister Trish, her husband, their children, his former wife Shiva Shobitha, and his beloved cat Maud, each of whom he regarded as central to his life and happiness. In lieu of flowers, the family has requested that donations be made to the child welfare charity TKC Blessings, a cause close to Ojeh's heart. An outpouring of tributes from colleagues, directors, and fans has highlighted his warmth, dedication to his craft, and the indelible mark he left on every production in which he appeared. Mike McCallum, the legendary Jamaican boxer known as the Body Snatcher, passed away on May 31, 2025, at the age of 68 after suddenly falling ill while driving to a gym in Las Vegas and pulling his car to the side of a road, where he was later found unresponsive and pronounced dead. Born Michael Mackenzie McCallum on December 7, 1956, in Kingston, Jamaica, he rose from humble beginnings to etch his name in boxing history by becoming the first Jamaican ever to secure a world title when he defeated Sean Mannion by unanimous decision at Madison Square Garden on October 19, 1984, to claim the WBA Super Welterweight crown. Over a stellar professional career that spanned from 1981 to 1997, McCallum compiled an illustrious record of 55 fights, boasting 49 victories, 36 by knockout, 5 losses, and 1 draw, while remarkably never being stopped in the ring. Nicknamed the Body Snatcher for his devastating body-punching prowess, he successfully defended his super welterweight title 6 times with memorable knockouts, including victories over Donald Curry, Julian Jackson, and Milton McCrory, before relinquishing the belt to pursue the middleweight division. In 1989, he captured the WBA middleweight title by edging out Harold Graham via split decision and held that belt until 1991, defending it against top contenders and demonstrating his technical acumen and toughness. McCallum later moved up yet again to capture the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship in 1994 by outpointing Jeff Harding, making him the 18th man in boxing history to claim world titles in 3 weight classes. His final triumphs and close battles with the likes of James Toney and Roy Jones Jr. cemented his reputation as a formidable competitor who could compete across multiple divisions. Before turning professional, McCallum amassed an impressive amateur pedigree, representing Jamaica at the 1976 Olympics in Montreal and winning gold medals at the 1978 Commonwealth Games and the Central American and Caribbean Games at welterweight, compiling an amateur record of approximately